And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
The New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers? Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back for the first time in 90 days. I just counted it up. It's been 90 days since our last recording. January 23rd. It was the divisional round recap.
The Eagles have won the Super Bowl.
Well, before you get into that, I've got a segment of everything that has happened in the past 90 days. It's me, Chance, and Bill. We are back. NFL Draft is tomorrow night.
So I got to live through everything that I was glad we avoided sports-wise.
Sure.
That's great.
Probably some things you drank to forget.
That's great.
So, yeah, this is episode 218. So since then, 90 days.
No.
Eagles have won the Super Bowl. Congrats to Jalen Hurts on MVP. I won a lot of money that night.
Yeah.
Very good night of gambling for Clay. UConn, Gino Auriemma. He's back at the top.
People know nobody talks about him anymore.
And I'm sure that Hurley and UConn won the men's championship, right?
Three-peat.
Three-peat. They didn't three-peat.
They did not.
Wait, what?
Hurley did not.
Because they got F.
They did.
They got cheated. Yeah,
they were winning. They were beating Florida. Florida came back. Florida won it, and Florida ended up winning the championship.
All right there.
Also in that tournament, Duke had a historic collapse. Historic.
At least we didn't talk about the Bills.
Historic collapse. Well, the Bills got screwed with a first down marking.
Thank you.
And we got a rule change for that.
And we got a rule change. It always happens to my teams.
Exactly. Yeah.
Saints get screwed. We can review pass interference the next year.
They'll take it back next year, though.
I actually think the last time that last episode we recorded, me, you, and Peyton, I think discussed why do they not use down markings? Like, well,
why
do
don't
they
we
not
use
do
a chip? Yeah, 100%.
I'm almost certain we discussed that
I know
in that
we
episode.
did. I know we did.
Yeah. And thank you to the NFL for listening, and changing that rule makes no sense why we have not been to that.
And I found out that, and I might have told y'all this, that the NFL has had chips in football
the whole time.
2013.
Yeah, and not using them.
For what point?
I don't know.
It's so stupid.
Which it kind of makes sense how they got all these stats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like how fast the ball gets thrown and all that, I guess, because ain't nobody out there with a radar gun.
Well, and we knew that they had like little
baseball.
chips in their jerseys and stuff to test speed. And all that.
You missed one. Josh Allen won the MVP.
Josh Allen won MVP. Good job.
Was he unanimous?
No.
He wasn't unanimous?
I don't think. Maybe.
I think he was.
He might have been.
And he got engaged to Haley Steinfeld.
Yes. She released an awesome movie, Sinners. Go watch it.
Yeah, let's talk about the happies.
Roy McIlroy won the Masters.
Rory McIlroy.
The Grand Slam.
That was an event.
That was great.
That was a great day to be a fan of sports.
Yeah. That was an elite sports day.
Like Harley even got locked in on it. Because like she had no choice because I was gonna watch it, obviously.
Yeah. He didn't want to win it, but he won it.
He tried not to.
He reluctantly won.
He could. I went down his little story with her, he's been looking for one win at one tournament for 11 years. She said, well, that's pretty crazy. Like, yeah.
Yep. It finally did it, and it was
in
in
the interview today. Him and Shane Lowry. Not Shane Lowry. Yeah, it was big Shane Lowry. Sure was. Like, you could just tell, like, Rory is. He's
relaxed.
He's a new man.
He can breathe.
It's like he took a laxative after being constipated for like a year.
Around,
all
puckered up.
He's smiling more.
The Braves started 0-7.
Oh, see, why we're not talking about the happies?
It was awful. But me and Chance saved the season. We made large wagers on the game.
We did.
After that, and we won.
We're on a nice little tear right now.
Yeah, looking good. Still injury bug hitting us, but the Astros have Jose Altuve playing left field.
And that has been an experience.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Hey, he's made some good catches. But, I mean,
but he also doesn't.
We know he's got a glove. But you would think you'd want one of your taller people in the outfield.
Or faster, or experienced, or not
veteran.
Younger.
Yeah.
So,
he can't look as bad as the entire Yankees defense did yesterday in Cleveland.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was like error after error after error.
The White Sox got eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah,
we can't joke about the Angels or the A's anymore. They're like in the fight. That AL West is wide open.
And the A's,
they'll give it up by
they'll give it up by July.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The A's are calling up their top prospect who got drafted last year, Nick Kurtz.
Yes,
and
for the pause.
He's definitely going yard tomorrow.
Oh, probably.
Like so
they're playing in a minor league ball field. We have two teams doing that.
You saw his quote. His quote was, he said, "Yeah, it hasn't really set in that I'm at the big leagues yet or whatever." And they're like, "Because you're at a AAA stadium."
Yeah, literally.
Because you're not.
See you in Vegas in 3 years.
Yeah. Which I don't know how they're going to do that with Soderstrom and Kurtz also on the major league roster. I guess one of them's going to play DH. I don't know.
That's exactly what they're. That's why Rooker's playing outfield again.
They move Rooker to outfield.
We've had this number might be wrong. 2,320 college basketball transfers. 2,700 college football transfers. Somewhere around those ranges. Honestly, probably more. Nico Imalielava asked for $4 million for Tennessee.
He got 1.2
and went
Tennessee
to UCLA.
Coach said, "Hit the road."
Yeah,
Jack.
yeah. You're not
as he
getting
should
that.
have. I was proud of Josh Heupel that day.
That was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
And don't forget about Madden.
Oh, yeah,
I am
Madden,
Olivia.
Amalavalov. He left Arkansas and
went to UCLA.
He's getting sued or something by Arkansas.
He's going to lose that soon too. He's going to get sued.
It's
today.
insane.
And I don't know what's worse, if it's the whole NIL thing. Not that I disagree that players got to get paid, or they should get something. But man, some of the stuff's ridiculous. I mean,
it's crazy.
And then these kids that are trying to get 6, 7, 8 years of eligibility.
Yeah.
I mean,
John Emery.
John Emery's about to go play for Tech. I don't know. That's crazy.
Tote the rock like Ray Holly did that time.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter had their numbers retired. That was not in the news at all.
Still not in the news.
John Cena turned heel and won a championship. Record-breaking championship.
17th world title.
That's all happened in the last 90 days. And now he's about to be good again?
Not yet.
I really
Not
didn't know
yet.
CM Punk was still alive.
Oh,
I didn't know.
CM Punk is a freaking cult hero.
Speaking of not alive, we lost Pope Francis.
And Kyron Lacey.
And Val Kilmer, Gene Hackman, George Foreman.
Today we lost Steve McMichael. From
Steve
the
McMichael.
85 Bears.
85 Bears, yep.
I was listening to a podcast about the NFL draft today. They're drafting the NFL draft, like moments and stuff, yeah. And they're putting together like best moments, steals, busts, all that kind of stuff. They brought up the Ricky Williams trade and how Ditka coached the 85 Bears but didn't let Walter Payton score. That's like his biggest regret in coaching. They're like, your biggest regret was not trading an entire draft for a running back at the 5th pick.
No, he still believed in that.
Yeah. Ricky's got it. Yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay, so I learned a lot listening to that. I didn't realize Ricky was not the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, number 2.
I also did not know
No,
he was
5.
5th. I also did not realize he was not the number 1 running back took. Adrian James went 4.
And the Eagles.
It went quarterback, Adrian, Ricky Williams.
And the Eagles fans they thought they were getting Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
And they drafted Donovan McNabb, and they just lost their crap.
Lucky them.
My gosh.
Took him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We could have
Great
McNabb.
career.
Yeah, we could have had McNabb.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't have drafted him.
But no, because then they also mentioned how the Bears passed up on Mahomes for Mitch the bitch. And they're like, well, let's be honest. How long would Mahomes really been in the quarterback of the Bears?
Yeah.
They said probably like 3 years.
He's probably out of the league now.
It's crazy how little things work. I also didn't know about the Herschel Walker trade.
Dude, that was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't study the history of the NFL draft. I didn't live through it like Bill did or just didn't know about it. They said that's what set the franchise going. They already had Aikman, but they used that to get Emmett and some other key people.
Emmett they drafted, Michael Irvin they drafted.
I feel like Larry Allen was involved in
But like
that
they got
somewhere.
picks from it to get like other
there were
people.
18 players involved in that trade.
Yeah.
But the
Crazy.
but when Herschel signed with, of course, Herschel was drafted and signed USFL when he came out of Georgia. He played for the New Jersey Generals.
Huh.
And when the USFL was folding, I guess Dallas had the rights to him.
Yeah.
So they had, I'm pretty sure they had Tony Dorsett and Herschel Walker.
You don't need both of
at the
those.
same time.
Yeah, you don't need both.
And which I think Herschel was by far the better.
Oh, yeah.
The better back, but he had so much more trade value. My gosh, and see what it did. I looked at it.
Part of it was they didn't trade just for draft picks straight up. They traded for players. But if you cut the players off your roster, you got draft pick compensation for it because that's how it was written in the trade. So I guess the Vikings basically showed everybody how to not trade there because Jimmy Johnson just cut everybody and he got all these draft picks. And
I looked, and
it's crazy.
So over the next 6 years, the Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls and one or two more NFC Championship games. In that same period, the Vikings never got out of the wild card round.
There you go.
Sounds about
Still
right.
haven't won a Super Bowl.
Nope. Hey, they came close in that 98 when Gary Anderson missed the field goal or missed the extra point. No field goal.
Oh, yeah.
At the end. And that's how the
I don't recall that.
The Atlanta Falcons made it to Super Bowl against the
Was that Brett
Broncos
Favre?
Well,
Was that when he was
the
still there?
He was on that team, I think.
Was he on the team?
No. Favre was in.
Was he in Green Bay by then already?
Yeah. No. That's where he started.
No, he was in Atlanta.
He was a Falcon because they misspelled his name on his jersey.
Oh,
his rookie year
for like a year.
Oh no, he'd already won a Super Bowl with
by then?
Green Bay by then.
Oh wow,
because they won the '94. No, they won the '97.
So this is the year after.
Yeah.
I didn't live through it.
Yeah,
because the Broncos played the.
Oh, actually,
Favre
you did.
was going for back to back.
Technically, yeah.
And the Broncos beat.
Them.
Oh, okay.
That's when Elway finally did it.
And then Elway's
helicopter
second was against that was it. Then Elway's second was against the Falcons the next year.
Was that with Terrell Davis?
Yeah, he played with migraines.
Migraines. I was about to say, I heard that story on this today too.
Yeah, he said he couldn't see.
They just said run straight. He ran straight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all the stuff that has happened in the sports world since. Other significant news: Ty got Facebook back.
That's massive.
It's been a fun change. He posts pictures of chickens once a week.
Selling eggs for $5 a dozen.
Rayleigh got a job in Winfield.
Yes.
Peyton apparently has nerve damage. I guess he got sad from the Masters trip. I don't know.
Yeah, Peyton won he bought the winning ticket or whatever to get to go to Augusta. Gets to Augusta.
The one day
the
one day that he got to go to Augusta, it rained. Yeah.
He got to be there for a few hours. Then he won the right to go back next year because the Augusta National people are the best people.
Yeah, it's not like this year's was significant or memorable or anything. So.
Yeah.
And how much did he drop in the gift shop?
He never told us.
Not 28,000 the person.
Never told us the number though. But
they had to have bought something autographed, right?
Or
had to have been
or
memorabilia.
A golf cart. I mean, I don't know.
It's a green golf cart with the little logo on the front.
He bought one of Jack Nicklaus' green jackets.
Yeah.
Or a replica trophy that was signed by all the alive winners.
Got Tiger's phone number.
Oh, hey, shout out to Tech baseball alum Cade Gibson.
Yeah.
Looked
good.
Looked good. Had good stats. Fastball, I think, was sitting 93, I saw.
Struck out 2 people.
Yeah.
And apparently all the Tech coaching staff.
Burrows and the pitching coach went.
His in-laws.
I thought that was awesome. I thought that was really
They
cool.
all flew to Philly and got to see
it worked out perfectly since it was on a Monday. Yeah. And they could just all go up for it. I thought that was really, really cool, too.
And, I mean, Tech, their game today was going to be ULM anyway. So,
I think we've already lost to them once this year. Yeah. Hey, shout out Trey Halsey, Tech baseball.
Yeah.
Ken Folk.
Yep.
Hit nukes. Did you see the home run he hit the other day over the scoreboard?
Did he hit three games in a row? He hit them.
It was something like that. But the last one he hit was this past weekend.
He transferring to LSU.
He's 20 as a freshman.
So
That's why he didn't go to LSU.
how old was Tommy Tanks for LSU? He's probably like 25.
Not as a freshman. But hit that mug over the scoreboard, and they allegedly said it was only 392 feet. I call bull. He hit 109 off the bat.
It was too high. It went
Too high. Too high.
But yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on in the world.
They're surely they're playing, huh?
No, it got canceled.
right now.
The game got canceled.
Yeah,
Because
it's been storming.
Or was it in Ruston?
It
I
was
think
Ruston. It was education night.
Yeah,
Whatever that means.
Oh, and I think I told y'all this thing I heard the other night. You know, the baseball playoffs going on right now, high school. And Ruston High hit their first home run of the season.
Yeah.
In game 35.
Of a good well, probably not great program, but a good program.
Made playoffs in 5A. So.
Yeah. Like, you would expect them to hit at least one before now. You know, it feels like kids nowadays hit home runs way more often than they did when I played.
Oh, my God. Weston hits 2 a night.
Well, they're hitting with $1,200 bats. I mean,
That's also true, yeah. Like, it was, like, kind of rare back when I played to see kids hit multiple home runs, you know?
Yeah.
And now, like, you got, like you said, Weston's hitting, like, 2 or 3 a game. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened. You know? I don't know.
Better. Travel ball.
Travel ball. Yeah. Shorter fences, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Then you check the balls. They're using the juiced balls.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What do we
Using
want to talk
Manfred's.
about? NFL draft?
NFL draft is Thursday.
Tomorrow night. 24 hours from right now.
48, yeah.
Cam Ward will be a Titan. And then Browns will probably be on the clock.
You got a
right
job
now.
since then. This is the 90 days.
Have I not talked about that on here? Oh, I talked about it with Rayleigh
Yeah.
whenever we did a music pod. Yeah, I learned golf.
You all want to play golf, call Clay.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of golf.
How's finding them range balls going? Y'all doing better now?
We ordered 100 dozen, so.
More?
No. That 100 dozen helped us. We're good.
Oh.
We're good. Just, yeah. Also, very fascinating contraption that is.
Yeah.
The range ball picker
Picks
upper.
up.
Well, yeah, there's this cart with just metal grates on the front of it that.
Well, it's a rigged up.
Oh,
machine,
it 100% is, but it's just fascinating. I drove it for the first time like a week ago, and yeah, I don't know how the crap that thing works.
Look, I hit a lot that aren't actually on the range.
Oh yeah, we find those.
Yeah, they got to go in the woods.
There's a lot in that shed.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, those are found definitely. But yeah, shout out to the Jack's Parish Golf Course. Come play. $15 for 9 holes on the weekdays. $25 for 18. So, but that 18 is only 9. You just got to play it twice.
Oh, you got to do the math.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Whites on the front, blues on the back.
That's right. Cart path on hole 3 has been fixed. We got concrete on it.
Bull.
Yeah.
Between the ladies' tees and the men's tees?
The entire cart path on 3 is concrete.
Well, look at there.
So the only hole
Never thought I'd see the day.
The only
Bill.
hole without concrete is 4.
4.
And they said they're getting that done this summer. Yeah, they just laid it last week. Yep.
Wow.
It's had the little flags up in the dirt for like forever probably saying
You don't have to drive in the iron ore rocks
Yeah.
anymore.
Just on 4.
yeah, 4's rough still.
Which
but,
gives you a shot if you short it off the tee for it to kick right back into the fairway.
Yeah, they said 4 will be done next, and then everything
wow,
will be
what a
cart
moment.
pathed.
What a moment.
That's right. That's right.
It's just more obstructions for my
Yeah.
drives to hit.
It's not like people get on the cart path anyway. So yeah, Cam Ward, unanimous number 1 pick. It's gonna happen. I still think it's kind of crazy how much.
Why is it such a slam dunk?
I don't really.
He's like
understand
25 years old.
Even that, like, I just don't.
I don't feel like why are we running to the podium for Cam Ward?
I mean, we were big Cam Ward guys.
Gambling
at Washington State.
Yeah,
like we loved Cam Ward. Like we were all over that. It was very fun to watch him. Miami, he had a good year. I wouldn't say amazing, but he had a good year. I just don't understand.
He's not a franchise quarterback.
I don't understand him as being the slam dunk number 1 overall kind of guy, especially when you got like a Travis Hunter in this draft.
Yeah, or an Abdul Carter.
Yeah, there's
Like, those two dudes have zero question marks.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, hands down top 3 picks easily.
Yeah.
But Cam Ward has question marks. And, like, before the NFL draft even started begin like the combine and stuff, Will Campbell, you could have said, could go number 1 overall.
Yeah.
But then you find out how he's got short arms, allegedly. But Cam Ward makes no sense.
After the college football season ended, I don't think anybody looked at the draft order and everything and just went, Cam Ward's going 1.
No, they said Abdul Carter was.
Maybe him, maybe Travis, maybe
Because
Shador.
Because remember,
a lot of people still had Shador to Tennessee.
Yeah, then he started talking to people.
Apparently.
Remember, they started with Cam being the initial first overall pick. Then it went to Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
Because then for a little while, everybody was like, Cleveland's going to get Cam Ward, which would be good because he's older. You know, you're not looking for that.
I just don't really get how Cam Ward went to number 1 unanimous pick. Like, it's crazy.
Just shows you how bad the quarterback class is.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
But in years past, though,
if Garrett Nussmeier was in this draft, he might would have an argument for number 1.
The thing to me is why Tennessee needs a quarterback. Yes, Cleveland needs a quarterback.
Yes,
the Giants need a quarterback.
Yes.
Why is it okay for the Titans to snag a guy that nobody has as a top 10 player? But it's not okay for the Giants and Browns to reach. And the Browns and the Giants are just sitting there like, oh, we're going to take generational athletes.
I say they're going to do good.
Yeah.
For the first time
they're going to
ever.
sit there and they're going to take the 2 best players in the draft almost certainly, while the Titans are going to be at number 1 and take the reach.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how that's, like, publicly okay.
And nobody's talking about it.
No, everybody's just like, yeah.
You know why? Because the Tennessee Titans.
I
Nobody
think that-
cares
yeah.
about them.
I think that's
was
it.
the Browns doing it,
It's
it'd
the
be,
Tennessee
oh
Titans
my God.
and it's Cam Ward.
Yeah, like
if it
Cam Ward,
was the Tennessee Titans and Shador Sanders,
Shador with no.
So Cam going to the
ceiling.
Titans, it's like you may never hear about him ever again.
I don't really
I'm trying
know.
to think of a comparison. I really am. Like
Markelle Fultz going to the 76ers?
No, because that wasn't Anthony Bennett.
Well, I mean, Markelle going there while Jason Tatum's going to the Boston Celtics, Alonzo's going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
No one cared about Markelle
What was the
Fultz.
Brandon Ingram year?
Ben Simmons.
That was Ben. Let's see. Everybody thought Ben Simmons was gonna be great though.
Yeah.
What was Anthony Bennett? Was that? It wasn't Wiggins? No.
Anthony Bennett. I don't even know who 2 was.
That's how bad that draft was.
Victor Oladipo.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I think that's probably a good comparison because you got the no doubter with Tatum and the no doubter with you thought Lonzo before he got
hurt. A lot of people thought Fultz was going to be awesome, which people might think Cam Ward is going to be awesome.
But like, I'm seeing people say that he didn't have a first round grade.
Yeah, like most people have
it's
him
crazy.
at like the 18-ish range.
Like, why would this not be the draft for Titans to say, I'm going to trade back?
Yes.
Trade back, mid-first round. You
Yeah,
get
think of the
Shador,
value
you get
you can
Cam.
get from
Like, you're trading.
For Travis Hunter.
Who's the last team that traded 1-1? Can y'all even think of one? I think it's happened, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. You would get something crazy for that, probably.
The only
At
thing I
least
can
2
think
years
of is
once.
the RG3.
RG3. Did the Rams trade up for Jared Goff? Or were they just bad?
Who was the 2 in that draft?
Carson Wentz. Eagles.
Maybe Goff got traded up for. I don't know. I can't think.
I can't think of the last 1-1 to be traded for. But like I said, I know it's happened because it happened recently. Somebody did it. Or no, I'm thinking about the Bears trading for the Eagles.
Trubisky?
The Bears trading for the Panthers pick the year before, and they end up getting it later.
Oh, last year the Bears got the Panthers.
That doesn't count.
That don't count at all.
That don't count.
Let me see.
Last time somebody traded, golf. That was it.
And it was the Titans.
So I'm guessing they're saying to hell with it. We're not doing this again.
The Titans received a 2020. A first rounder that year, second rounder, third rounder, first the next year, third the next year, and they whiffed on all of them.
Bull, I see Derrick Henry.
Oh, Derrick Henry's the only one they hit on. My bad.
I say, Jonnu Smith didn't have a bad career.
Not with them.
That's true.
Yeah, so they were the last ones. And then before that was Michael Vick.
There you go. But maybe they just didn't
You're
want to
talking
do it
about a
again.
team that traded?
That had the number 1 pick and traded it.
Like they've already, like after the year was over.
Yeah,
picks
not like
were
the
set in
Bears
stone.
getting lucky and getting the Panthers last year. A year
Oh,
after.
that didn't count.
No.
They
I
got lucky.
wouldn't say so. Because like,
no,
yeah,
this is a team
yeah.
consciously saying, "I do
Yeah,
not
the Titans
want
are
to pick
sitting
the
here
first
right
overall
now
player."
with the first overall pick, fielding offers, and they accept one. It's a rare thing to happen, but this feels like the kind of year where
it'd
you
be
do
a
it.
perfect year to do it.
Yeah.
And Will Levis has not just looked absolutely terrible; he's looked bad. He's not looked absolutely terrible. Why not go out there and punt the season? You know, I guess because you got a coach in year 2.
Well, also with that whole situation is the Giants have signed Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
So like they're okay with a bridge kind of guy.
Yeah.
The Browns signed Joe Flacco. They're okay with a bridge. Why haven't the Titans looked at drafting the best player in the draft, Travis Hunter, or Abdul Carter, whichever one they prefer? They could use both. Very well could use both. And
why wouldn't they go get Russell Wilson or
Jameis Winston or Kirk Cousins?
Or
or
you saw
Aaron Rodgers.
He actually reported to camp today.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Or Aaron Rodgers. Or Derek Carr. There's
because Derek Carr's not going to throw a football next year.
Allegedly. Yeah, Derek Carr just wants out of New Orleans.
That's perfectly fine. We want him out.
Let
of
him
there,
go.
Too. It's a
Let him
mutual
go.
thing.
There's plenty of guys around the league that are still looking for a place to go and start. Crap, bring Marcus Mariota home.
Yeah.
Do something. I don't understand why it's a surefire Cam Ward is our guy when I don't feel very good about him being a franchise quarterback at all. Like, whenever y'all think of Cam Ward and on the Titans, what's the ceiling?
I don't know who his number 1 wide receiver would be. Trey Burks?
Calvin Ridley.
They got Calvin Ridley. Nakini Heaney, the guy that scored touchdowns.
He left, I
every week.
believe.
Of course he did.
Nick Westbrook Akini.
Yeah,
I think he might have went to Jacksonville.
Throwing to 4 different tight ends.
Treylon Burks is still there, yeah. I think Boyd is still there.
Talking about falling off a cliff. He left Cincinnati, fell off a cliff.
He went to the Titans.
Well, he did. He went to the Titans, yeah. But still.
They got Van Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Treylon Burks, Chiggy Okonkwo. That's pretty much your team right now.
Yeah,
Now you do have Tony Pollard, you do have Tajay Spears.
That don't matter. You're drafting a quarterback number 1 overall. By God, he's throwing at 35 a game.
Don't really have a great O-line. Like, it's decent. It's a solid O-line. But
if my full gut opinion, if you draft a quarterback 1 overall, there's no more running back committee. We're going to establish the run. You're throwing the football. You got to.
Yeah, but so then you're looking at the team that he's throwing it to. It's Treylon Burks and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. I've been confused the whole time as well. I get it. I don't think
I get it from the fact of the Titans need a quarterback, but I don't understand the let's reach here.
Yeah,
because it's a reach. At the end of the day, it is a reach. If Cam Ward at number 1 is a reach, then Shadur Sanders at number 9 for the Saints. I mean, if Cam Ward at number 1 is not a reach, then Shadur at 9 to the Saints isn't a reach.
No, it wouldn't be a reach.
Yeah, but everybody's looking at it as if it'd be the worst thing ever for anyone after number 1 to draft Shadur.
Because he does a bad interview. Cam does a great interview.
Yeah. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Cam Ward's going to be the next superstar and he's going to make Treylon Burks look great. But to me, this just feels like the Titans staying mediocre. And they're going to be the same thing that they've been for forever. They're not really going to get taken to a next level. And it sucks because they have a good head coach, I think. I think Callahan can be a good coach.
Bo?
What?
Bo Callahan?
No. It's the guy from Brian, yeah.
Draft day. Come on, tomorrow. Be happy.
Well, I'm pissed off at the Titans.
I don't really like the Titans.
No, I don't.
Stadium sucks. They're getting a new one.
Yeah. But I am happy that they are passing if that means that my Cleveland Browns get Travis Hunter. That'd be fun.
Correct. Yeah.
Even though I've been seeing that the Saints are like in love with Travis.
I've seen that the Browns and the Giants are very open to trading.
Yeah, and I've seen that Travis Hunter's. I mean, that the Saints are like very in love with him.
He looks good in black and gold.
He does. I'd go for it. Give him Ricky Williams package.
So does anybody get scared off of him because of he made the comment he didn't want to go to any team that wasn't going to let him play both ways?
Yeah, that's a crazy thing.
That would piss me off as an organization. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. You're not going to tell me what to do, buddy.
But we've seen so much in the past. I mean, people will think of the Eli Manning situation and the Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean,
what's different from I don't want to play here than play me both ways? That should be a much better thing. This guy wants to play every down of football for you.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be a negative.
Just a different breed of people nowadays. Different breed of kids. They're feeling empowered and entitled to these strong opinions,
and that
because that's what's happened in the college game.
And it's not like he's an outspoken
no.
diva.
I'm just saying he feels comfortable enough saying that because you're allowed to say that now.
And I think that's
and
awesome.
Make demands.
I think it's awesome that, and that also goes back. You were saying in today's era. That's one of the main things people talk about negatively about football and the NFL is people don't care.
Yeah.
This dude cares so much that he wants to play every down both ways.
Yeah.
That should be celebrated.
I still think the best way the best mix is for him to be an every down corner and situational wide receiver.
That's what I would think as well.
And that's how Deion Sanders was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was cornerback first
You can't be full wide receiver than part-time corner because I think corner's too much of a feel. But too much of a feel of the game.
That's what Daniel Jeremiah said. He thinks he's going to he's going to major in receiver and minor in corner.
You had it backwards.
No. Daniel Jeremiah thinks he's going to major in receiver.
He's going to mainly play wide receiver?
Yes. That's what he thinks most teams in the NFL believe, and Cleveland.
I wonder if it's his weight because he's really skinny looking.
I think he said it's the fact of
he's a good route runner.
He can make so much more of an impact at receiver. Well, I mean, the thing is,
he may just not be built to be a.
So think of it this way:
he looks small.
He looks best. Small. What does Justin Jefferson do? He changes your entire offense and gives it there's a touchdown potential every play. And then what does Pat Surtain do for the Broncos? Maybe shuts down one side of the field and takes away one player.
Just think about him opposite of Denzel Ward, though.
Yeah, but
does
even
Travis
then,
Hunter return kicks too.
Yeah, he does everything. Yeah,
ball
player. Well, I don't. I've never watched him. I'm gonna assume he can.
Talking about
I have not seen him return a kick.
As far as him being
skinny.
Head. So that was the thing with Deion when he played. He was not a big hit.
Yeah,
it seemed like you only saw Deion making a big hit when he could blindside, cheap shot somebody.
Yeah, look good.
He wouldn't
doing
head up. You know, if Derrick Henry's running toward him, oh no,
he going for the ankle.
Happening.
Yeah, well, you see that Travis Hunter last year, I think it was the Baylor or Colorado State, one of those games. It went to overtime. He forced the big hit at the goal line and popped the ball out, and then forced the game-winning fumble. So he's just a freak. He's good at everything in football.
They probably play him at nickel. That'd be easy. Just throw him in on nickel coverages, nickel packages.
Yeah, just kind of let him be a third down kind of guy or something. I don't know, but I
That's
get where he's coming from.
That kind of felt backwards from what I thought they would do. I didn't think about the big playability. I didn't know he had big playability though.
He's a freak.
Yeah, but I don't remember him just making big plays all the time.
I think that was mainly because of the factor of he was in the Colorado offense, which was a lot of short passes, stuff like that. So maybe in the NFL they're going to kind of let that loose. I don't know.
Yeah. Did he ever work out for anybody?
I don't know. He probably didn't have to.
Nope.
I don't know.
Does he still have that same girlfriend?
I hope not. No offense to her fiance or whatever it was.
Is he going to the draft?
Yeah, his dad's getting out of prison to go.
So we'll see if she's there.
Remember, because ESPN's going to talk about the whole night.
Yeah.
He's getting special permission to go to Green Bay.
Well, at least we finally figured out
that
why
he's getting special permission, right?
A special bracelet.
He's getting special permission because what bad can happen in Green Bay, Wisconsin? He's more safe there than wherever he lives normally.
Is anybody going to be there? I mean,
is Cam Ward going?
I don't know. I know Will Campbell is.
I know Jalen Milroe's going, which is comical. Dude just wants to sit there.
Apparently they wanted second rounders, which is
I thought
kind of crazy.
Will Campbell said he wasn't going.
No, he is, because apparently he's taken like people from Neville.
All the
like
Neville
his
boys.
Friends. Yeah, I've been seeing people say that on Facebook.
Well, his cousin died last year too, so he's probably taking all them kids.
What's that got to do with it?
The kids from Neville be a good story. Make them look good.
Oh yeah, I guess
He's got short arms, but by God, he brought these kids.
How about that Neville? The stomp dancing line guys won the national championship. Did y'all hear that?
Not a clue what you're talking about.
Oh my God. They do their
the fraternity stuff.
Yeah,
Neville
won
does
the
that?
national
Neville
championship.
High School, won the national championship doing that last week.
Neville High School stomped the yard.
I didn't know that was a competition. Is that LHSA approved?
No.
No.
It's a club sport.
Gene Ponte on covering that.
Aaron Dietrich, him going at it.
Yeah, we got an Aaron's ace.
The whistleblower for the Neville stomp group is our Aaron's ace.
Looks like the Giants are going to go with Abdul Carter, but there still is talk of that some of the people in the organization feel that Sanders is worth the pick there.
But I've seen that Dable's in love with Dart.
Yeah.
And that they're going to trade up for him. I think that might have been Schrager that said it.
There's been some people saying that, back half of the draft after the Steelers pick, that's when people are going to look to trade up and obviously get that fifth-year option. And I just find it hard to believe that Dart goes before Shador.
He can't. No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shador goes later, but they trade
Dart
back.
Goes right
in.
back,
Yeah. No, I think they're getting Carter there.
Yeah.
I think they're getting Carter.
And it looks like Will Campbell's going forward to the Patriots.
I think that's about as a lock as Cam Ward going number one.
Yeah. And then the Jags. That's where the draft starts essentially tomorrow night. So we're going to sit through about an hour and a half, and then the draft will start. And who knows what this could be. It's been Mason Graham and Mason Graham only for the past 2 months. And then randomly...
What did the owner or the GM say?
We want a playmaker or something. I don't know.
Big-time playmaker.
Yeah, like Monday. They were just out of nowhere. It's just been nothing but Ashton Genty. Then there's been some Tet McMillan. Then there's been trade talks. People are saying the Bears might trade up here to 5. And
undoubtedly the Bears love Genty.
Yeah, which makes sense. Ben Johnson, what does he want to do? Like
pound the ball.
He likes his duos. So give a Swift and Genty combo.
For our Dynasty Fantasy League, I would love the Bears to trade up to 5 to get Genty. Since I get the number 1 pick in the rookie draft, I would love that.
Yeah. I don't really know what that's going to be. It could be Genty. It could be Tet. It looks like anything else is a shock there. I would love to see the Bears trade up, though. That'd be very fun. And if you're the Jags, I think that's the best
trade
move.
Down, you can get Ted at 10.
You can get more draft picks, get Ted at 10. You have Bigsby.
Probably get a 1 next year, huh?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like what we talked about in the group chat earlier. Like, it makes sense. It makes more sense for them to get Tet than Genty based off the sole factor of Travis Etienne / Tank Bigsby is better than big play Gabe Davis. Like, it's simple as that.
Yeah, in which the Jags still have Parker Washington. They signed De'Ami Brown, who I think will be pretty good for them. They got Brenton Strange. Like, they've got a decent core. If they don't get a receiver in the first round, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just like it's a toss-up between which they need more between Genty and Tet.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they're not just settling for Mason Graham. I don't really think a D tackle is worth the number 5 overall pick.
Liam Cohn.
Like, that's kind of crazy to me. But who knows?
Kind of pick the Saints would make.
Yeah. I don't know why people have been talking more about the Saints getting Mason Graham. He's going to fall to us at 9. We're snagging him. I know it.
No, we're getting Michael Williams, and we're going to be ecstatic.
I've seen it on several mock drafts.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. That's my gut feeling today is that, and part of me absolutely hates it. Actually, most of me absolutely hates it. But also,
it's a need.
There's a slight chance.
It's a need.
I mean, there's a slight bit of me where it's like, you get him, you get Brian Brzee, you're set there for a decade.
Yeah.
And we don't have to touch that position again.
Yep.
And we're still going to have
Mason Graham's really freaking good.
he's good, yes. And we're still going to have old what's the big guy's name? Shepherd or Saunders?
Yeah, the dude Saunders. He's
Kevin
hosting
Saunders.
the LGBTQ plus AA divided by multiplication side asterisk exponent football camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's hosting the LGBTQ football camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
He's doing one.
I have not seen that story, but
Yeah.
Okay.
there we go.
There you go.
Good
I'm
for
your
him.
Going on to the Raiders at 6. Looks like Genty's probably not going to be on the board for them. And there's also talk that if Genty is on the board, they're not going that way. A lot of organization is feeling that they need an offensive tackle, need to set the stone that they're not Genty away from competing, which makes sense. Good for them. So it looks like Mimbo, or whatever the Missouri tackle's name is, looks like he's probably the choice. If not, Kelvin Banks.
I'm about to say, why has he jumped Kelvin Banks?
He's been jumped him from the start.
But, like, why?
He jumped Will Campbell.
Yeah, why?
Because he went like 3 years without any issues at Missouri.
Well, so has Will Campbell. He must have long arms.
Yeah, he's a better tester.
He's got
Yeah.
long arms.
Doesn't have T-Rex arms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he tested well.
He tested
and
well.
He
Okay.
like gave up like 1 sack or something over 3 years.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
And I think
SEC ball.
I think he's also got the opportunity to play left and right.
That always helps.
Or something like that as well. Because I mean, there's been an argument for some people saying that he could be the better choice than Will at 4. But I doubt it will happen.
I think it was Schrager I was reading today. I was reading his mock draft. He loves the idea of Will Campbell in the New England locker room. So he's just he's a
Vrabel
oh
guy.
my
That's
god.
a Vrabel guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, could you imagine that? Culture fit to the freaking T.
And
He'll
they
get
need
a
that.
captain's patch day one.
It will be
Patriot
interesting
way.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the Patriot way, man.
It would be very interesting though if Abdul Carter did fall to them and say Shadur went 3 for some reason. What would the Patriots do? Just because I think Abdul Carter's a freak.
that would flip their draft
He's
upside
also
down.
he's also a Vrabel guy.
Yeah.
Like that feels like a kind of guy that Vrabel wants to bring in and set the tone on defense.
I think you can't pass up on Abdul Carter if that happened.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
It'd change everything for sure, but it does. I doubt it'll happen.
No, it's
The Jets, very interesting spot here. Some rumors that they're wanting another defender. Could be an edge rusher here, possibly a Mason Graham. Could be a tackle. They've been having a lot of tackle talks. Kelvin Banks, Membu, could be tight end. Tyler Warren.
They talked about tight end too.
Yeah, Tyler Warren is definitely in play here. I've also seen Colston Loveland. Some
Yes.
people say that he's the number 1 tight end instead of Warren. I would call them people idiots. I think Tyler Warren's a freak. But still, who knows what's going to happen here? It's a true mystery. Maybe a trade back spot.
I think 8's more of a trade back spot than that.
Possible. But I don't really know what you'd be trading back for here. Maybe a tackle. Maybe
Somebody said that they need to go get Fields a weapon. Go get him Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I
get him
would
somebody
like
to throw the
Tyler
ball
Warren.
to.
I would like that there. And then the Panthers, this looks, could
Well,
be
hey,
trade back.
Who's he going to throw the football to anyway?
Garrett Wilson.
I forgot about Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Devontae
After
Adams
that,
crap.
After that, nobody.
Alan Lazard's still there.
No, I don't think so.
I thought he was.
Maybe he's looking for trades.
He'll go wherever Aaron
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
eventually.
He's looking for Pittsburgh.
I need a house quick.
Panthers looks like they might be going Jalen Walker.
I said they're going edge.
One of the Georgia guys. Kristaps is bleeding.
Hope he got
but
his
also
HIV
could be a
shot.
trade back spot. If maybe there's a tackle falling that someone wants. Maybe there's their favorite edge rusher that they want.
Or somebody thinks the Saints are going to get Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
And they trade in front of us to get Shadur. I don't see that happening. But
I don't
it's a
either.
Possibility.
But then the Saints are on the clock
feels,
at 9.
Does it feel weird that we were so favored to get Shadur last week? and then now all of a sudden it's just changed completely.
Yeah.
Does that not feel like a smoke screen?
I think that.
Or do you
could be
think
a
the
smoke
Shedeur was
screen.
a smoke screen?
I think the Shedeur was a smoke screen.
But why would we need a smoke screen? Everybody know we wanted Edge anyway.
I don't know what we want.
Maybe that was just to flush Derek Carr out.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe to find out what kind of character he's got. Yeah.
And then
Well,
all of a
it's
sudden
just-
he's, they're talking Shedeur, and now Derek
And
Derek wants to
then-
go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Shoulder fell off.
Dion was that same day when the Shedeur favorite thing happened. Dion was on Twitter like big eye emoji, like
Yeah.
stuff like that about
Like-
New Orleans. Like it seemed really real.
It feels too late into the cycle for it to be like, oh, we like Shedeur. Oh, never mind. We like the guy we originally liked anyway.
Yeah.
We want the position everybody mocked us to get from the
you go
get-go.
back like
It's weird.
like mid-March. There was a mock draft. I believe it was one of Mel Kiper's first ones.
It
had Shedeur going 3, and
Yeah.
it had Jackson Dart at 9.
Yeah, but that was Mel Kiper. I think he has amnesia or Alzheimer's, dementia. He's got something. He's been off his game lately. They don't even promote him no more on ESPN. Yeah. He only did 3 mock drafts
But
this
still,
year.
that was a very popular.
We used to
thing.
get one a week from him and McShay.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's Field Yates and Schrager. I guess Mel's probably about to retire, I'm guessing. But I found that was weird.
Yeah.
That after all the private workouts, after all the interviews, now we're liking Shedeur, which makes sense if you go through that process and you like him, and then literally the next week later, nope, never mind, we don't like him no more. We're going back to what our original plan was and what everybody thought we were going to do. Seems fishy.
It is. And honestly, the Saints could go 10 different ways here, and it wouldn't surprise anyone.
I mean, I think Shadeur's still on the table.
You could
100%.
go. This could be a quarterback. This could be an edge rusher. This could be a cornerback. It could be Will Johnson. It could be Jahdae Barron. It could be Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland. It could be Tet.
All right, here we go. Let's play a game.
It could be Mason Graham.
Let's play Clay's
It could
happiness.
be Kelvin Banks.
Clay's happiness, okay?
Yeah.
1 to 10. Bill's happiness, 2. Because I really don't care because we suck anyways.
Yeah.
Clay and Bill's happiness. Shedeur Sanders. 1 to 10.
He's my number 1 quarterback in the draft. I'm in on him. I think he would be awesome. I'd be a 9.
Bill?
And I would just be happy with the fact that we drafted a freaking quarterback
Correct.
and we took the shot.
Even though he's the worst interview ever.
Sure.
Bill?
We're rating him 1 to 10?
Yeah, you're happy. No, Bill's happiness. If we pick Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, so I'm about like a 7 probably.
I'm
like
saying
6,
I'm
7.
not
I don't see
I'm
any
not a
reason
10.
to-
I'm not below a 5.
I don't
More
see
than
any
5,
reason
yeah,
to do
above
that.
average.
I'm way more optimistic about it than more people are.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Williams. Edge rusher, Georgia.
5.
5? Because it just feels like same old, same old.
Yeah, I mean, what's he doing for us?
Yeah.
He's not changing the game.
I'm thinking D-line picks just don't.
Like, he's fine. He's a
We
Georgia,
suck at D-line picks.
he's a Georgia edge. He'll probably be good. But
Breezy,
is that what we're
draft,
missing?
Breezy?
Yes, first
We did?
round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I mean,
28th overall, maybe. That's a hit. That's
well, I mean,
the
that's
rare
the
hit.
first hit.
Peyton Turner, Marcus Davenport.
Since Cam Jordan.
Since Cam Jordan, yeah.
Really? I mean, it's been a while.
Let's say we go offensive tackle and go Kelvin Banks. Position of need.
6.
Left tackle?
Yeah, he'll play left.
I'd be more excited at tackle because then you can move Fuaga to right.
Yes.
Look, we declined Penning's option today. Seems like it's a real chance.
I kind of want it. I kind of want that. I would prefer Shedeur probably still over him, but I kind of want it. I wouldn't be mad about it. Mason Graham.
I'll say this. If we go tackle, I want to draft a quarterback.
Well, yeah, we'll trade back in for Dart later.
I would, yeah. If we go tackle, I want Dart or I want Milrow.
Hey, where's
Yeah.
the love for Spencer Rattler?
No.
No.
I'm done on him.
No. Everybody pissed that away.
Even though the team was awful around him,
Correct.
I'm done. Like,
we
need to draft a real quarterback.
Mason Graham.
Is that not
6.
wouldn't that be a great name for a tight end?
Yeah.
Graham, 88.
Yeah, Graham.
Or 80.
80.
80, yeah.
Mate, I always thought, if
I've never heard that noise before.
Got to take my fluid pill. That way it gets out of me for
trash
bed.
day.
Trash day. Will Johnson. Why is he not the number one cornerback no more? What happened with
Will
that?
Johnson, 2.
What happened with him being the number one corner?
Injuries. He sucked last year.
But I saw he sucked because of the injuries.
That's what they want to say. He's slow.
Okay.
He's the only thing that he's really got going is that he won a national championship, and he's like the prototypical size.
Okay. All right. I think I've exhausted all of our.
Tyler Warren.
We're not drafting a tight end. That'd be way too exciting, right there.
Oh yeah.
Tyler Warren.
Tet.
0% chance we get him. I don't want a wide receiver personally. I
Chris
just
Olave signed.
we picked up his option. Yeah.
Yep.
I just personally feel like you can get wide receiver value late in the draft.
But yeah, that requires us actually doing it.
Yeah, but we're not going to do it.
That's like you can get quarterback value later in this draft. We're not.
I feel like our need for offensive tackle, defensive line, even quarterback is bigger than our need for a wide receiver right now.
Unless there's one from Ohio State that you just can't pass.
We got Emeka
There is.
Egbuka.
There is.
Arguably one of the best ones they've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Probably had a better college career than Olave and Michael Thomas
Egbuka
combined.
I think he set a
He probably set
career
all
record?
the records, yeah.
I think he got a career record or 2 from Ohio State.
Yeah.
I would like Tet. I would like a receiver. I also saw someone say if Genty got to 9, the Saints might be in.
Yeah, I saw we love Genty. First off, he's not making it that far at all.
He could.
But if that happens, then I'm trading Alvin Kamara right then for a 3rd-round pick so I can get something for his butt.
Yeah. Or do you go Thunder and Lightning?
Who's the Thunder and who's the Lightning?
Thunder's Genty.
Kamara's 40. He can't
but
be
he's still
lightning no more.
He's still lightning.
He's like heat lightning, where it doesn't. It's not really dangerous.
Yeah, it doesn't
just
hurt you. You
exists.
just see it.
It's just a flash. You're it's not going to strike me because it's heat
It's
lightning.
exciting, but
Yeah,
You see it, and you're like, "Ooh, lightning!"
Yeah,
but then you don't hear it.
kind of like, that shouldn't be happening. It's not raining.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be.
You don't get
getting
struck by it.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Another question. Obviously, we're not getting Cam Ward. Do you think?
I don't want Cam Ward.
Do you think
I'm
the
with
Saints,
you? I would want a Shadur more. I want Shadur, Jackson Dart, and Milroe more than I want Cam Ward.
Do you think the Saints walk out with one of Shador, Dart, Milroe, or Tyler Shaw? Do you think the Saints get one of them?
No.
You
I don't want the Shaw kid.
Yeah, he's like 26.
Do not want him. I'd rather have Cam
but
Ward.
do you think the Saints get one of them?
Give me Will Howard. Give me Will Howard.
Second round. Do we have a second round?
Yeah, we got all of our picks.
We have
this
2
year.
seconds, I think.
That's odd.
Do we?
We might not have a third. Might not.
We have number 40 and
maybe we have 2/3.
yeah, Lattimore. We got an extra pick somewhere. Yeah, it was Lattimore in the 3rd. So we have 2/3, 1 second. We have number 40 in the 2nd.
Do we have a 4th? We ain't got one of them.
Yeah, we got a 4th.
They must be 5th or 6th.
We got 2 4ths.
Oh, there's the double. I knew we had a double one round.
We have a double 3rd and 4th. And yeah, maybe we don't have a 5th.
We don't have a 5th. Okay.
Oh, the Eagles have the 5th, I believe. Probably.
Well, hey,
who knows?
Look
what.
at us. We got 5 picks in the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
That's big.
So you don't think we get one of the quarterbacks?
I really don't. No, I
don't either.
I feel Cam will go Titans. Shadur will be a Steeler, which I don't like that much, personally.
I think it'd be more fun elsewhere.
I don't think that's a good fit for him. I think it's a fine fit for
apparently
if he's a serious issue like they're acting like he is and saying he is, then there's nobody better than Mike Tomlin to have him.
I don't think he's gonna be. I really don't. I think he's gonna be awesome.
We've heard nothing about his issue, like off-field issues.
No.
I mean, I'm sure he's arrogant. We're all arrogant.
Let him
though.
be.
You know,
I want my quarterback to be a little arrogant. Like want him to be quiet.
Yeah, I don't think we get Dart. That'd make me too happy. Milroe's gonna go somewhere stupid. He's gonna go somewhere weird.
So looking,
it doesn't make sense.
Let's say Pittsburgh,
Arizona.
Let's say Pittsburgh gets Shedeur.
Yeah, he goes somewhere like Arizona. Like, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time.
Let's say
Watch that
Pittsburgh gets Shedeur. You've got Cleveland that needs a quarterback still. You got the Giants. You got the Saints. Who else really needs one?
Rams.
The Rams. They've been talked about.
And Schrager said that's where the Giants would trade at, is with the Rams to come get Dart.
I've been seeing the Vikings are wanting to trade from 24 to Miami, possibly.
Indy,
I doubt it.
Indy. If they're ready to punt on A-Rod, which I kind of feel like they might be.
There's three teams that need one.
There's three needs.
After Pittsburgh takes Shedeur, probably. And that would be the Browns, the Giants, and the Saints. And then you've got three next-tier quarterbacks with Dart, Shao, and Milroe. So you would think that they would get matched up and they would go, they're all in the top of the second round, it would happen. But you don't think the Saints do it?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Gut feeling says we don't, and we take, a Will Howard, and we're like, oh, we got the steal of the draft again, like we did last year with Rattler.
It'd be the Grayson boy. What was that boy's name?
Garrett Grayson.
Garrett Grayson from Colorado State.
Yep.
They lied to me on that TV that night. I was pumped. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I was so excited. He throws the ball great.
Oh, last year we were like, oh, we got the steal of the draft with Rattler.
Well, we thought he had upside, and he did, but it went away.
Yeah,
kind of like his college career.
That feels like what we're going to do again. We're going to draft one random dart throw, not dart, in like the 4th round, and we're going to be like, yeah, we got a quarterback.
No, I would love Jackson Dart. I really would. I would love him, but I know it's not going to happen. I'm
iffy on him. I think he'll be good, but at the same time, there's something that
I think he's the third best.
Yeah,
I would take him over Cam Ward though, because of just the fact that Cam Ward's a dinosaur, even though him and Dart are probably the same age. It just feels like Cam Ward's older because he's been so many places.
Yeah,
Milroe's the wild card. Milroe's the one, if you get him in the right locker room, the right coaching, he can turn something around.
And what's stopping that from being Jalen Hurts with Kellen Moore?
Like,
they're so similar.
All you got to do is have guys that get open. I know that sounds easy, but, that's all you got to do. Get the guys open. He'll hit them.
If Jan Orlovsky lights him, I like him.
He played freaking quarterback in the SEC. That doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
And won in the SEC. Until he didn't have good weapons around him really anymore and lost his coach. And you got to throw away this last year. Look at him with Saban. He was great.
Yeah.
I don't know where a good fit would be at for him, though.
I don't hate the Saints. Like I said, why can't he be Jalen Hurts?
It'll never happen, though.
No, it won't.
I would say the Dolphins might be looking at one, but they got Zach Wilson. And he picked out number 0 to wear, so now he thinks he's gonna do something.
That's true. Other big spots.
Bill was joking with Arizona though. Arizona really could pick a quarterback just for fun. Like, you might have nailed it on the head. Hey, Sam Howell's available. I'll take Sam Howell right now in New Orleans.
Sure.
Over Derek Carr? Shoot.
I'll take anybody over him. The Bears are at 10. Colston Loveland is definitely in the play there. Could go O-tackle depending on what the Saints take. Other big things in the draft, you got the Cowboys at 12. Looks like they're going receiver. Could be Tet, could be Golden.
Feels like whoever's there.
Yeah. You got the Colts.
One of them will be there.
The Colts have been locked in for Loveland. I don't know what they would take if he's not there. Edge, maybe?
I was going to say edge.
What if they just go and get Shedeur?
I wouldn't hate it.
Tight end's not there. They just say, screw it, we'll take another quarterback.
Because
think he'll still be there?
He could be.
He'll still be there, I think. I think so. I think he'll be there. I don't see us doing it because it'd make me somewhat happy.
Yeah.
And then
Like
Clay's
whatever
saying.
whatever brings me the least amount of
that
happiness
point-
is what's happening.
At that point, for somebody to trade up, there's no point in trading up to 14 when all you got to do is trade up to 20. As long as you get in front of the Steelers, that's all that matters. But then again, that's finding somebody that wants to trade.
Speaking of 20, the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's a team that has been talking about trading back. There's also been some rumors of them wanting to trade up. I think it's more likely they trade back if they didn't do anything.
What would they trade up for?
Some people think they want Genty bad. Benjamin Albright does not think that, so I believe him.
I always believe Benjamin Albright, especially when it comes to the Broncos.
Exactly. I wouldn't be shocked if they are the team that trades back for someone to go and get Shador. Maybe it could be the Giants. Trading up to 20.
Giants feels right.
Maybe it could be the Browns. There's still a part of me that thinks that's not being talked enough, is how for the past 2 years it's been all Shador and Travis are going to play with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And now that's not even getting talked about.
No.
Do the Browns have the capital?
The Browns, everybody has their own picks, yeah. The Browns have the second pick in the second round. So you'd be trading up 15 spots.
That wouldn't be a whole lot either.
No. I mean, you probably
give
up next year's first
because the Broncos would know what you're going up for, and they're not going to sell it for cheap.
Yeah,
you're not trading in front of the Steelers to go get a tight end.
And then the Browns can fall back, get their running back in the second round,
Broncos.
or trade back up to 31 or something. Get a running back, or get Mason Taylor, who looks like they're wanting bad. I don't think that'd be too crazy of a thing to happen for the Browns. Now, apparently, they're in love with. I've seen them loving Shao, which makes sense.
The Broncos?
No, the Browns.
Oh, the Browns.
They love
that's so on par.
They love Brandon Whedon. So
that's on par. And it'll be a screw up at quarterback again. So that.
But there's just a part of me that's wanting Travis Hunter to just be get drafted number 2 and then just start begging his team to get Shador. That would be awesome, I think.
Yeah.
But then you would have the factor of Deion Sanders is going to Cleveland next year. Which, of all places, maybe he needs to go there.
You find out how good of a coach he really is then.
Yeah,
and you can't recruit people, and you have a cap, a salary cap.
Yeah. The Steelers, looks like it's the Shador destination, unless that trade happens right there.
What letter grade would you give that?
Shador to the Steelers?
Yeah.
B-.
I was thinking C-.
I think it could work. And what I've seen some people say is that Mike Tomlin
that's a lot of egos in there.
He's vocally talking about how he likes Shador, which is a rare thing for Mike Tomlin to do.
Yeah.
They said he never really talks about prospects, especially quarterbacks, nothing like that.
Could you just imagine? You already got to deal with DK and Pickens. All right, that sounds like hell already.
Well, there's some people think Pickens is getting moved still.
All right, still, you got to deal with DK. And then you pair Shador, which, it appears he doesn't have much of an ego, but we know he's got one. That's just a lot of egos. It would take 2 weeks of DK not getting the football for him to either try to beat the hell out of Shador or just cuss at him and pout on the sideline, and Shador go right back at him with it. I
think that all that stuff's just getting blown out of proportion because it's Deion's son. I really do. I think it's just people wanting narratives and wanting stuff to talk about.
Well, he's shown some stuff in college.
Yeah, the offensive line crap.
Yeah,
but did they stop blocking for him? Did they quit? No, they were at the press conference together the next week.
But no, what I'm saying is
a fake thing that they put together. But
that's number one rule, though. You don't badmouth a teammate like that, especially the offensive line. Because
did they care?
Shador, you go try and do it.
Did they care?
I guarantee you they cared, but they didn't. You can't get pissed off at him when Daddy's there. That's just a whole other aspect of him being the coach.
I don't think he's going to be that big of an issue. I think honestly,
I don't think he is either. But there's definitely issues you got to watch out for.
Honestly, I think he's going to be good for locker rooms. I think he's a likable guy. I think he's the kind of guy that teammates are going to rally around. I think he's shown really good leadership ability, honestly.
Let's say he got drafted to the Eagles somehow. Just go with me. He badmouths the he badmouths Lane Johnson for missing a block.
Oh, he wouldn't because they don't miss blocks.
Well, yeah, but you get where I'm going. Lane Johnson would snap his neck in half.
And that's probably not something he's going to do in the NFL.
He complained about the Steelers' defense not getting a stop. Here comes TJ.
Well, he ain't doing all that. All that stuff's being overblown. It really is. He talked about a bad offensive line in college. He's not like even the worst NFL offensive line isn't that bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a bad NFL offensive line isn't like you think about Joe Burrows. Like that,
he ain't never said a word.
Yeah, and it's also not that bad. I don't know. I think all that stuff's just people talking about it because of his last name.
It's definitely getting black.
That's all it is.
Well, it's not our fault, and then he got his number retired too, so that doesn't help anything.
Who cares? Let them do what they want to do. After that, maybe the Packers are going receiver. That's been some rumors.
Who?
Tet, if he falls.
He ain't falling that far.
Igbuka.
Didn't they just get a wide receiver?
Never.
They were supposed to get DK.
Maybe.
They were rumored to get DK.
The Rams, very interesting spot as well. Could be a Jackson Dart kind of area. Could be a Mason Taylor. Honestly, could be anything. And they also could be the spot where someone trades up. I don't really know what will happen there, but
they don't know what's going to happen.
That's the most interesting thing about the very back half of the first round is it's the better teams that are always open to trading back and getting their player later while also giving someone the opportunity to come in and draft another running back or a quarterback or something like that. So
that was something you bet on for the Commanders. I almost called them, this first time I ever called them Commanders.
Running back.
I like them going running back.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Marion Hampton or Travion Henderson, either one. Yeah, very well could be the play. I mean, you got Austin Eckler. Brian Robinson took a step back last year.
That Bullet Williams finally come back to catch up to him,
Yeah, but I think it's a very real chance that the Commanders go that way. Also, the Chiefs could be a spot for Travion Henderson.
Saw that before, too.
It's going to be a fun draft. And, there's been no trades. It's like I think we're literally one of the very, very few ever to where everyone has their first-round pick.
Maybe they'll save it for all tomorrow night.
Yeah, people are thinking it's going to get crazy tomorrow.
We say that every year. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. That never happens. Like, mediocre stuff happens.
I mean, last year you had Penix go 8.
I'm talking about, like, the trades and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Bo Nix got traded up for. Did JJ, or did they sit?
That was natural.
But, I mean, it was a decent amount of crazy stuff last year. Also, you had, 9 quarterbacks get drafted in the first round, so that was crazy in its own way.
Everybody knew what was happening this year.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I didn't realize Arch Manning's draft eligible next year.
Yeah?
That clicked with me today whenever y'all were talking about it. I was like, huh.
Yeah, I heard somebody say they were going to tank for Arch again.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints will this year.
But Nick Underhill's podcast said, he was talking with some guy, and they were both talking about that Arch is on a 2-year plan, and he's wanting to get 25 starts, which is like the benchmark to enter the NFL of having 25 college starts, and that the Mannings aren't in a hurry, especially with NIL. He's going to make God knows what as a senior at Texas.
He don't need money.
Well,
he needs legacy.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not playing for money like most of these people are. He's playing to continue the family legacy. He's got pressure on him, whether people want to believe that or not. Could you imagine feeling that way? Like my uncles are two phenomenal quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's facing adversity for the first time in his football career.
Here goes Clay.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's had everything given to him because of his last name.
He played at Newman. That's some adversity right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless you're on the basketball team, that's not adversity because you get recruited from Alabama.
All the rich white boys, yeah. That was the fancy people of New Orleans.
Hey, Odell went to Newman. Be nice.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. Yeah. Donald Jenkins went to Cedar Creek.
That is true.
I mean, yeah.
He may or may not have gotten a scholarship.
Yeah. But yeah, screw him. Tydre Malone had better stats in
It's financial
2021.
assistance. It's not a scholarship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
And
a
it-
bus pass.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Warriors tip off in about 20 minutes. So I need to go get in my uniform.
How far are they going to go?
Warriors?
Yeah.
Conference finals.
Conference finals and they'll
Yeah.
tap out.
Thunder are going to beat us.
Are the Thunder really that good?
Thunder, the best team in basketball.
That's crazy.
They're
Good for them.
the best team in basketball.
And I can't name a player.
Bill, I know the top two. I know Chet and I know Shea.
You know Jalen Williams.
I know there's 2 Jalen Williamses on the team.
Both, yeah.
I don't know if dark skin or the light skin one's good.
Dark.
Dark?
He's the guard.
Is he the one from
Said
Santa
Jason
Clara?
Williams, they'd be
Santa Clara, yeah.
Santa Clara. See, I knew that much. Never mind.
Um,
Outside of that, I mean, there's got to be more to their team if they're
Isaiah-
beating people by 50.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Wow, he went there?
The big man for the Knicks last year. That was their
didn't-
off-season signing.
didn't know he
Alex
went
Caruso,
When did he get there?
about 2 years ago, traded Giddey for him.
I remember that.
Yeah. Kaysen Wallace, Kentucky guard, lottery pick about 2 years ago.
Never heard of that name.
Isaiah Joe, three-point
Yes.
shooter.
Yes.
We've bet on him
Is
before.
Dart there?
Lou Dort, yeah, Lou Dort.
Dort.
He's their defender.
What happened to him being like the big time next up and coming guy?
He's their best defender.
Oh, he still is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, people shoot like 45% against him.
He just doesn't shoot himself.
Oh, God, no. He don't shoot. He don't have to.
So
Aaron,
they're like
Aaron Wiggins, not Andrew
Yeah.
Wiggins, from
he
Maryland.
had 22 the other day I saw.
Dort?
No, Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah.
In
He's
the first
good.
in the 100 I had to look up how do you beat a team by 50.
Yeah.
And I looked at the stat sheet and I recognized nobody's names.
Yeah. That dude's
You
good.
know, I saw Wiggins.
A. Wiggins.
He didn't go there. He's in
Yeah.
Miami.
No, Aaron Wiggins. The dude's good.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're freaking good.
So, Thunder over who in the championship?
It'd be the freaking Celtics. Yeah, it's gonna be the Celtics.
love the Celtics.
Screw them. They're
Wait.
they're what they are. Like, they don't do anything very fun.
I saw Derek White had like 34 the other day in the first game.
Yeah, he's
Didn't know he
arguably
was
their
good.
best
Hey,
player.
there was
What?
nothing like the old Lakers Celtics in the
Yeah.
80s. Oh my
That
God.
30 for 30 is good. That
Oh,
30 for
man.
30.
No, it was HBO, wasn't it?
Nah,
Was it 30 for
it was 30 for 30. It
You
was
know,
like
the
a
first-
3-parter.
Yeah.
First college basketball game I ever watched was the Indiana State, Michigan State national champion
Oh, yeah?
with Bird and Magic.
You never forgot it.
That's probably the
Never
first
forgot
one
it.
televised.
I was going to say it may have been the
Jeez.
first one that was,
I honestly
that was
think it
televised
was.
live.
Black
I think
and white.
it was, yeah.
I mean, growing up,
It was on tape
NBA,
delay.
you cannot watch a
Yeah.
live NBA game.
I honestly think it was the first one.
It may have been.
Yeah, I remember it being on tape delay, they said.
Oh my gosh, and that was. Of course,
No,
it's
yeah,
great
it'll-
to screw your friends and bet them.
Oh, yeah.
I bet the Warriors are going to win this one. by 12.
No, it'll be Thunder Warriors conference finals, and then probably Celtics Cavs other side.
So the Warriors really going to make it that far, you think?
Yeah, we'll beat the Rockets in probably 5 or 6.
My Lakers are going to beat the Thunder next round.
It's not happening.
Don't you worry.
It'll be Lakers versus Warriors.
So the Cavs that good.
That doesn't happen?
No, it'll
Oh,
be
those-
Nuggets Clippers versus the Thunder.
Oh.
Lakers. It's gonna be LeBron versus Steph.
LeBron's going to win.
Probably not.
Probably not.
They don't have a big. The
James-
only thing that the Lakers could do to beat us was have Anthony Davis. They traded Anthony Davis.
Yeah, who's going to stop Luka?
Jimmy Butler.
Who's going to stop LeBron?
Draymond Green. Then who do they have?
Who's going to stop Austin Reeves?
Doesn't matter. Moses Moody, Brandon Pajinski. Who's stopping Steph?
LeBron.
Nobody. And we can
only
play.
hope to
We can play
contain him.
small ball.
You don't
versus
know
them.
to contain.
Amen.
Can't stop
You hold him to 25, you live to fight another day.
Yeah, he had 31 the other night and sucked.
Jeez. You like you some Jimmy Butler now, don't you?
Oh yeah, Jimmy's he's a great guy. We have 3 dogs, and you're not gonna stop Draymond, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry when you piss them off. And that's what the Rockets have done. They've tried to get physical. They tried to get in our face. They've tried to push us a little bit after the whistle, and that don't work against 3 guys that have gone to the championship.
Are they
By
just
themselves.
Are they a year ahead of schedule?
Who?
Rockets.
Oh, they're just not ready for us. They could have played the Grizzlies and swept them probably.
How's Dylan Brooks doing? Is he still doing
Wants to get in our face.
Is he still doing Dylan Brooks stuff?
He's pissing off Steph Curry, and Steph Curry.
I saw a picture the day he got the Rockets logo.
And
that's when I found out he was still on the Rockets.
Amen Thompson is the Curry stopper because Steph had 3 points to get him 3 weeks ago. Whenever it was a regular season game that didn't matter, Steph drops 31 on him. Steph does not care when it's the playoffs. He's going to score on whoever is in front of him.
And now Clay is ready to watch the game.
Yeah.
I got him pumped up.
Yeah.
That was the locker room talk right there.
Alperen Sengun thinks he's something big and bad, looking like Domantas Sabonis again, flopping every time he doesn't get a call. Had 26 last week. He's not getting over 20 tonight. Draymond Green's stepping up.
He's not getting over 20.
He's not. I'm telling you that right now. He's not getting over 20. If he does, it'll be with the help of like 8 free throws. That's the only way he's doing it.
And how
he's
going
to pass that ball.
How are the Heat even still playing? Aren't they like a 12 seed?
They were the 10th seed.
Yeah, they won the freaking play-in tournament. Hey, Cooper Flagg, how good is he? Scale 1 to 10.
Where's he going?
How good is he right now?
As a player? Oh, he's really good.
10. He's
like
really freaking good,
yeah.
Eddie Clay.
He's going to play with Jordan Poole, probably.
He's really freaking good. Fun. Washington, nah.
Pelicans? Woo.
Poor guy. It feels good to hear you admit that about a Dookie.
Yeah, he's really good. Shame he didn't win a championship.
Hey,
Surely.
What was a shame that Houston just decided not to show up for the championship game.
They got that Duke fever and wanted to choke it. So. All right. Go Warriors.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel